Yo, what's up? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today is a little bit of a special video. 3 songs from Guilty Gear XX or X2, and also Guilty Gear 2, which we'll talk about later. Apparently, these are all related. This is Holy Orders, Be Just or Be Dead, followed by Holy Orders. Both are from Outlaw FMA2. Followed by Guilty Gear 2 Overture. Holy Orders, Be Just or Be Dead. No question mark on that one. That one's from Arc System Works. Requested by Bug Deal, Creative Cancel, and Darton. In order for this video not to be super long, let's just get into it. But I don't know if this is for one character, for a faction, or some whatever. But this is Holy Orders. Be Just or Be Dead. Harpsichord is a good start. Oh, very Castlevania start. I love the harpsichord. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Older Guilty Gear is it just hits different. All right, let's get situated in the motifs. God, I love how aggressive and raw it sounds, man. Oh, keyboard. You can really hear where Blaze Blue got some influence. Even though it's the same guy, but you know. To me, Blaze Blue just sounds like older Guilty Gears. Yeah, it's definitely got that like neoclassical thing going on with the pedal tone. Dun, 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 dun. Basically a classical piece that's been turned into a metal arrangement. If you're into this kind of stuff, I recommend the band Symphony X. It's pretty close. Actually, I can recommend one of the songs. It's amazing. I can't remember the name of it. I'll remember as soon as. It's got a long title. It's known for its guitar solo in the middle of it. Oh, #1 song, Sea of Lies, yeah. If you like this, listen to Sea of Lies, Symphony X. And wait for that guitar solo. It's very iconic for its tapping sequence. So I don't recognize this character, I don't know their name, but I'm assuming this is their theme. Because the next video has... Oh. They look kind of different. It's a cool idle animation. Sounds so like 1987 thrash. I'm gonna keep it moving so I keep the motif in my head, and then I'll talk about all of them. This one looks kind of different. Looks like a different color. This is like white and blue. This is like tan and dark blue. This one's just called Holy Orders with a question mark. Okay. I may or may not know what's happening here. Okay. I think I might have answered my own question when I said it looked similar. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I think in any other case, I would be cringing at this. But I think I see the genius here. This would be a really funny video if someone just fast forwarded through it and they ended up right here. Like, what is he listening to? God, listen to that compression. When was this uploaded? Like 18 years ago? Oh, actually, 2007. Man, what is uploaded like the year of YouTube? What the heck? Wait, when was YouTube? 2006? We got a minute left. We got to champion through this. It's clearly a mockery. It's clearly a distorted, literally distorted holy orders. It's very pixelated, but I think I can see what's happening. I didn't notice at first, but I think I noticed it now. We'll talk about it before we get to the last one. I think most of us are probably thinking the same thing. If you're like me and you haven't heard it before. It's over. We made it. Okay. Okay. So this uploader, I think, did this imagery on purpose. Notice this is like player 1 side facing to the right. This one's player 2 side facing to the left. But not only that, this one's human. This one looks like a robot. Or something's up, but there's no flesh. Same weapon, different color. Basically, it's a palette swap. Okay, here's where I'm confused. As far as I know, Guilty Gear doesn't have palette swap characters. Now saying that out loud sounds kind of silly because I think every fighting game has like palette swap characters: Scorpion and Sub-Zero, Ken and Ryu, and Akuma, and then all the other ninjas. It's kind of like a trope, not only for like saving memory, but just to add like a cool extra, like another use of this character model and moveset with slight variants for someone else. Even Tekken has Mishimas, Jin, Kazuya, and Heihachi are like basically the same with like tweaks. They're not the same, but they're the same. So it makes sense that Guilty Gear would have one. This just shows how little I know of Guilty Gear. But to me, this sounds more of like a joke, like a serious joke, not like a Easter egg, but more of a, as in this is the main theme and the main character, whoever it is. I can't. Does it say? Oh, it does. Kai Kisuke's theme. Oh, actually, does it say? Okay, before I look up the next one. So this is Kai Kisuke's theme. So what I'm guessing is happening here, and I'll find out in just a second, is this is just like a experiment gone wrong, you got cloned, or it's like a very unserious story mode only NPC type of fight, like fodder. You don't actually get to select them because the song was exactly the first song, just distorted to hell, warped and everything. I don't even think it changed anything. It just made it weirder and diabolical basically. And I think that's what's happening here. So that's my guess. Now we can find out. This is Robo-Kai's Robo-Kai's X. Wait, am I saying that right? Kai Kisuke Robo-Kai's X. Okay. So okay, so maybe I wasn't too far off. I wonder if it's like MK where they have like the cyber ninjas too. You know, as far as I know, I don't know if. Oh no, man, I should just stop saying stuff. I was about to say, as far as I know, I don't think there's any like robotic characters in Guilty Gear, but I'm pretty sure there's like that gigantic, huge one. I really need to study Guilty Gear more. Anyways, I'm guessing this is just like a, I don't know, somewhere between Easter egg and hidden stuff. Like you find it on accident or story mode specific. But let me know. Let me know if you can actually pick this character or not. Interesting though that I was asked to hear these two before the next one. Now that's putting thoughts in my head. This is Guilty Gear 2 Overture. I don't know how many times I've heard Overture before. Great art though. This has no information because this is just from the Arc Systems channel. This is just called Holy Orders Be Just or Be Dead, which is exactly like the first one. Let's go. I'm guessing at least a year has passed between that game and this one. Yeah, that sounds already more polished. And we're really leaning into that classical thing. What is that, pedal tone? Or pedal? And drums? Nope. Man, older Guilty Gear is so sick. Ooh. Violin, violas. No, it's a violin. I think viola's a lower one, right? Yeah. Or is it? Okay. So it went from sounding neoclassical to extremely neoclassical. The hybrid of metal and classical. And now we have real guitars. Don't. I just noticed the logo with the two like metal things is two G's Guilty Gear, but like facing the opposite way. Okay, I could be wrong. I can't check right now. I don't have my phone, but I think there's the violin, there's viola, which is lower, and then the fiddle, which is higher. I think this is violin and the fiddle. Either way, it's sick. Ooh. Where are we going from here? This is their chance to go somewhere crazy with it. Or go right back into what we know. I have a strong feeling that Daisuke wears his inspirations on his sleeve. If you were to go to their house, it'd just be like records, guitars, posters. He's living his dream right now. Has been living his dream. A little ending improv. Let me know if there's another version of that, like since then. Um, okay. I didn't get to look it up, but Guilty Gear X2 or XX sounded a little, I don't know, actually. It sounded older. This sounded slightly newer, but not too much newer. I always confuse myself with the naming orientation because I don't even know what the first Guilty Gear was. But apparently X was the second game. But then there's XX, and there's also X2, which is the same game, I think. And then we have Guilty Gear 2 Overture. Like, is there just a regular Guilty Gear 2? Is there a 3? Is there a 4? Or is it just like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I could just look it up, but it's just like, from an outsider's perspective, it's a super confusing naming convention. It's almost as bad as like the Xbox series, whatever. Um, or another bad naming convention franchise is Mortal Kombat. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. MK, MK1, and then MK. They've had the same name 3 times. Um, okay, yeah. So this is like the what sounds like the ultimate version, but I don't know. I don't know how much Guilty Gear uses, or sorry, reuses their themes, but it seems like a handful of times. And considering this sounds older, and there's been probably a handful of Guilty Gear games after this, I'm guessing that that song also appears again. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it sounded like the ultimate version of it. Obviously had a proper recording, but it also sounded older, kind of like a late '80s thrash band too. It kind of sounded a little Iron Maiden in there too. Um, just that pedal sound, I'm a big fan of. The little da 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 da. Sounds very Bach, and I've just always been a big fan of it. And one of my favorite uses of that is what's that famous? Is it Winter from Vivaldi? I always forget the seasons. It's one of the 4 seasons. I think it's winter, maybe summer. But yeah, I mean, just as a side note, and I don't want to like dive into it, but there's a I don't know if it's much of a debate as much as it is like facts. But if you do listen to like if you do like a deep dive in classical music, you can hear a lot of like where metal got its influence. There's a lot of heavy, cool stuff back then. It just wasn't distorted with electric guitars and drums, but it was all like super heavy and like intense as hell. Pretty crazy. Also, considering one of the greatest composers was he deaf? I don't know. One day, I feel like uh, I'll do a deep dive into that style of music. I've always been a fan of it, but I always told myself as a kid, I'm like, that's something I'm gonna get into when I'm like 45 or 50 or something, because there's so many. Anyways, yeah, that was cool. Let me know what's up with the what was it, Robo-Kai? And if in this game it's also that character's or if it's someone else's. I don't know. I always have a bunch of questions when it comes to Guilty Gear, but that was really fun. It's not often I hear 3 songs. But that is Holy Orders. Every time I see that title, like I want to say Holy Wars from Megadeth, which is another probably huge influence on this composer. Because the titles are kind of similar. Holy Orders, be just or be dead, and that one's Holy Wars, the punishment due. I don't know. Cool. Let me know whatever about Guilty Gear and the song, his character, and the Robo, whatever. Awesome stuff. Thank you to all the requesters. Everyone you see on screen, I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.